Greetings and salutations, my divine creatures, and welcome to my channel. I will be doing this rainbow look to start off the Pride series, and I will also be talking about the Stonewall riots in this video. The Stonewall riots is a key landmark in the gay liberation movement. This look will be inspired by a different look that we show you, and we will caption everything in the description below where you can find the look and why I was inspired by that. It's very much just like a gay explosion on my face. As you can see, it's basically the light going through the dark and turning into this party of color. You're welcome. So if you would like to see how I created this look, stay tuned. So did Judy Garland start it all? Fun fact that during the Stonewall riots, Judy Garland's death was still in the air during it all. Because her death was still fresh in the air and they were raided again, they were saying that that caused a domino effect. It was like a spark. We were just tired of being pushed around. We couldn't even mourn the death of a popular icon back then. So it was said that her death sparked it. We'll get into more about what Stonewall was, but if you guys want to see the look I'm about to create, stay tuned and I hope you like it. So I do have my little notes here, so I will be looking this way and this way. This is where my mirror is so that we can get this look started. I will be linking a lot, like I said, of information in the description below because I want you guys to really take what I'm saying. I will be giving you little tidbits here and there. I won't be giving you a whole history. I'm not trying to be your history teacher here because I want to make sure that you guys enjoy yourselves as well. But a lot will be linked in the description below if you want to go find out more information, if you want to be more educated on said topic, or if you just want to, you know, see different things that I'm inspired by. All of that will be linked in the description below. So the look that I'm doing today, my friend and editor and my son Aspen had shown me a picture and I immediately was drawn to it. I loved it. So I'll be taking inspiration from that picture, or trying to find the source of it so that we can link that into the description below. It won't be an exact replica of said picture. I'll just be taking elements of it, so you will see elements of it in today's look. I wanted to make sure that we started on a basis of this Pride series that I will be doing, so within the next couple of weeks you'll be seeing a lot more videos of me doing makeup looks inspired by the Pride flag itself. So we're gonna do rainbow, all of it now, and what more important topic than talk about right now than the Stonewall riots. We are celebrating 50 years since the Stonewall riots started and 50 years of freedom, 50 years of living out loud and being our true selves and just being able to be us. I want to center on that because without our brothers and sisters, without our elders, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I'm going to keep talking and I'm going to be doing my look as well. So I'll be grabbing this product right now. This is what I use for my eyelids and I'll be spraying that on my lid. Simple. Simplicity. So I won't be in detail telling you guys what to do. I really kind of just want to have fun with this. At the end of the day, makeup is makeup. Like, there's not really any right or wrong answer when it comes down to makeup. It's whatever kind of you love, what makes you feel good, so on and so forth. You're not doing anything wrong, baby. It's just makeup. It's paint on your face. But yeah, there's thousands of YouTubers out there, influencers out there who work hard every day giving you guys content. And so there's a lot of contouring videos out there, how to block out your eyebrows, all that. But, I mean, you can find them. I'm coming to a party that no one's invited me to, and I'm just trying to hopefully be the life of it. You're welcome. So, our original gay pride flag had 8 colors, and they are actually here on my shirt. The pink, red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, indigo, and violet. Each color represented a word. And again, I'm not reinventing the wheel here. There's lots of videos out there that have all this information. I really wanted to make it a point to kind of focus on our history because without that, we wouldn't be here. That's something that I feel sometimes people take for granted. I'm taking some color from the James Charles palette. I'm taking this color right here, and I'm just setting the cream that I just put down. I want people from the younger generation to understand, you know, what was sacrificed, what was fought, what people went through. And we will never, even me, who I am older, will never know what my brothers and sisters went through back then. Like, to for it to be illegal to just be gay. Like, it was illegal for you to hold your partner's hand. You couldn't just walk down the street and be next to the same sex and hold their hand and expect not to be arrested. We now are able to go out in different clothing and in different colors and different sparkles and different shoes, you know, jock straps and 6-inch stilettos. You can do that now, and that's thanks to, you know, the elders and everyone who came before us. Some people will say, like, why remember the struggle? Why remember the pain? And I would say remember it in reverence. Remember it in keeping your pride and unleashing light that you need to spread. So, Stonewall Inn was a gay bar in Manhattan, New York City. And the Stonewall riots actually broke out. It was around 1:30 a.m. It was on June 28th of 1969. But originally the Stonewall Inn was owned by the mafia back then. Really catered to a lot of people. People, whether they were the poorest and homeless and, you know, needed somewhere to just be for the day, or up to like one of the richest gays. Well, I wouldn't say richest, but wealthy, I would say. And the mafia actually did blackmail a lot of the wealthier gays for their silence, basically, so that they wouldn't out them back then. Like, if you were outed, your life was ruined. It was done. You no longer had a career, you know, unless you were like really rich. You know, the people who had the money, honey, you know, they were taken care of. But at the end of the day, like, you were still stamped with that. You know, if you were gay, that was it. Like, you no longer are gonna have a life. Like, your life was taken away from you. People were killed not at Stonewall, just so we're clear. Nobody was killed at Stonewall. But back then, people were killed on the streets just for being gay, you know, like, even if they just assumed you were gay, someone who was just effeminate back then, it was a hard life for them. The Stonewall riots broke out around that time. There was a surprise raid going on. Usually back then, people were tipped off. A lot of the staff were tipped off when there was a raid happening. This was like the severity of secrecy back then when it came down to even dating. Like, now, you know, we all have Grindr, we have Scrap, we have Tinder, we have POF. They're like so easy. Back then, like, you couldn't even in secret, even if you were on the DL, to try and meet someone. It was difficult. So one of the, and I will link the video where they explain this, one of the workers at Stonewall right now was explaining back then, the mirror behind the bar is how people communicated. So people would come sit down at the bar, they'd look at the mirror, and they would talk to the person next to them, but not next to them. The person would be maybe like 2 seats down, and they would talk and communicate through the mirror itself. Because even if you were just sitting this close to your partner or whoever you're trying to talk to, you were already accused of homosexuality. You could not, and being that everyone already knew that the Stonewall Inn was a gay establishment, just because it was a gay establishment didn't mean that once you were in that establishment, you could act gay. There were still raids going on, officers going in to just raid the place and do their job back then. You know, it was blatant homophobia. The mirror was a way for someone to communicate with someone discreetly. I'm now taking this color from James Charles Pallet. I don't know the name. It's right there. And I'm just defining my creases. Right now I'm going in for just like a basic face and then going into the detailed look. Alright, so I'm going to take a break from Stonewall for a bit. So now, like I said, I'm just putting in a base color just for my creases, and I'm nobody's makeup artist. Let's be real here. I've taken tips from a drag queen here, a drag queen there, a YouTube video here, a YouTube video there. So I'm not here trying to do like a tutorial. Most of what I'm doing is going to be very self-explanatory. Two of the big influencers of the Stonewall riots, two of the main people involved in the Stonewall riots, they are credited with starting them. So two people are credited with starting the Stonewall riots. There are rumors, because even one of them is quoted saying that they were not even present until after the riots had started. Stormy DeLavier, who is a butch lesbian and one of the first drag kings, I think, who worked with the Peaches group, that Marsha P. Johnson also worked for, was credited with throwing the first punch and with starting the Stonewall riots. But then again, so was Marsha P. Johnson. Marsha P. Johnson was actually credited with throwing a shot glass to the mirror in the bar, and that was the shot glass that shook the world, if you will. But Marsha P. Johnson was quoted, if you go on Netflix and see the documentary, The Life and Death of Marsha P. Johnson, she's actually quoted saying she wasn't even present until after the riots had started. Thanks to our gender-bending trans brothers and sisters, we have what we have today. I'm taking these two colors here just to define the crease. I just took this color here and I put that on the lid just for a nice little shine, and because we all like shiny things. I mean, I do. Do you like shiny things? Me. I'm now gonna go into my face and start carving everything out. So I just went in with one of my favorite primers, Smashbox. I wanted to try the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation, but this is too dark for me. But we're gonna do it anyway because at the end of the day, like, this makeup again isn't a glamour makeup. It is, it'll be a abstract rainbow makeup. So it doesn't really matter what my skin looks like. So we're just gonna slather it. I remember as a kid, like when I was playing with my mom's makeup, I don't know why, I always wanted to like grab her lipstick and just like, So it's so kind of cool that like there's a product out there that you're actually supposed to look meant to do that. Like, I'm pretty. Oh, sorry. But yeah, we'll be linking, like I said, a lot more info. I understand that I may not have too much information on the Stonewall riots, and that's only because I don't want to bore you with how much I talk. Like, I mean, I've seen Willem's beatdown where people are talking too much. She's like, shut the f up! Just do your makeup! No one cares, Mary! Like, I get it. I'm sorry. And so now taking a beauty blender. Oh, yeah, son. And we are just blending out that makeup. I was talking about the original gay pride flag. It was designed by Gilbert Baker, and each color, as I said, represented a word. So E. Pink represents sex. Red was life. Orange was healing. A is sunlight. Green is nature. I was magic and art. Indigo, I said I, didn't I? Turquoise was magic and art. Which I'm actually very excited to do that look, especially with who I'm talking about. So if you guys want to know who I will be speaking about during the turquoise color, stay tuned for the videos. Oh, and then indigo was serenity, I believe. Yes, it was serenity. And then violet is spirit. Now we're going to go in with the other Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundation. So there is that. And then blend. That's all we're doing is we're blending. Stonewall is still standing today. It was actually, the Stonewall National Monument was established in 2016. And so it is a national landmark. It is somewhere, well, obviously with significance. The Stonewall riots started the gay liberation movement. Within the first couple of months after the Stonewall riots, 2 gay organizations were established. Yeah, STAR was an organization that helped gay trans youth, and it was, you know, the first. Again, Stonewall was groundbreaking. It was history worthy, and it's something that I feel like a lot of people should really learn about, because it's one, and now I'm just taking the contour, and that's gonna go. I want to give myself cheeks like Angelina Jolie in Maleficent. I don't have cheekbones. None of this is real. Our life is meaningless. Morbid. Oh. During the riots, it was said that this was, no one could confirm who started this chant, but someone had started to yell out, gay power, and another bystander started singing, "We shall overcome." It's so cool to see how far we've come. And we are people who have gone through a lot. So the shade I used on my highlight is the translucent extra coverage, and then I'm using honey beige translucent powder on the rest of my face. This was a trick that I learned from Nikki Tutorials, was not to, it was Nikki Tutorials and actually I think John McClane as well, not to take the stippling brush and put your setting powder on like this, because it will disturb the foundation. It's more kind of like a stippling motion so that it gets on without moving the foundation. You just be gentle with it, obviously. If you're too rough with it as well, like the imprint of the brush would like disturb the foundation. I don't know why I'm doing this in the middle of the video, but it's gonna happen anyway. If you can like and subscribe for me down there, and then click the bell so that you get notifications on when I'm gonna be on this freaking screen again, so I can educate the masses. Alright, so now I'm going in. I literally use a lot of eyeshadow on my face. So now I'm going in with this color here by the James Charles palette. I'll probably just be using these three, and I'll be using it for my contouring. I used to use, and I probably will still use, I use the Jaclyn Hill palette a lot for my contouring. This is just brown powder at the end of the day. A lot of people are so wrong. Probably is wrong, but looks great. I really don't want to bore you guys either, but I want to make sure that this Pride season, we go into Pride knowing our history. You know, Pride started as a protest. Pride didn't start as this festival of fun where we went out and listened to gay music and lip sync the house down. Like, that wasn't a thing back then. You know, yeah, you know, we're gays and we still partied when we could, but at the end of the day, like, we knew that there was work to be done. If you guys know about like that prism experiment you did when you were like in elementary school, if they still did that, where light goes through a prism and then a rainbow shoots out, that's basically what I'm going for. Going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette in the shade White. Just do it. A lot of people, like, they look at makeup artists and they're just like, oh my god, they're so talented. And sometimes, you know, especially those who, like, can draw, like, artists. I can't do that. I'm not an artist. I don't know how to sketch. I don't know how to do that. So the more abstract the look, the better for me, because I can just blend. And it's just like, oh, look, it's blendable. And the white, like, helps to catch the pigment as well. Right now there's a foundation called Stonewall Out Loud. I'll leave the link in the description below as well, where they are trying to find as many LGBT people who were alive during the Stonewall riots, who were there, and gather a record of their memories so that we can kind of immortalize Stonewall. So that'll be in the description below. You can donate and things of that nature and kind of get involved. I think I caught some of the black, unfortunately. And it's all over my cheek! That's fine. Alright, let's get some highlight up in this bitch. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit Sweets collection. My sister got me this, Elizabeth. Love you. We're gonna go in with the shade Shiny. That's actually not the shade color, but it's shiny, and that's all that matters. It's almost like a gay atom bomb, just like, you're welcome. So I'm just gonna go in and, like I said, do the final touches, and then I will be right back. Alright, you guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, I am here for feedback, so if there's anything you think that I should be doing differently, if I'm talking too much, let me know in the comments below. Just as a quick wrap up, I just hope that everyone has a fun and safe Pride season. You're going to LA Pride next weekend. Enjoy yourselves and have a great time. We are built strong, and you know what? We have fought these last 50 years to be where we are today. So go out there, be prideful, be happy, and just be who you are. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not good enough. If you're mask for mask, great for you. Be the best mask for mask person you can be. Just make sure that you're not, you know, breaking down anyone else. If you're one, just let everyone be who they want to be. If you are genderqueer, if you are non-binary, if you're trans, if you're gay, if you're a lesbian, if you're pansexual, just know that we are here for the same reason. We are here for equality, and bitch, we're here, we're queer, but don't get used to it because we're more fabulous than you. So this is me signing off, and please everyone, stay beautiful, stay gorgeous, and till next time.